Sometimes, the simplest way to improve your life is to eliminate things that are getting in your way. Some of these things may seem like minor inconveniences, but by getting rid of them, you can make a big difference in your life. In this video, we'll explore 11 of the things that are impeding your growth. From unnecessary goals to spreading negative opinions about others, we'll cover it all, using some of the Stoic philosophers' sayings as a backdrop. Are you ready to make some changes? Let's get started. Number 1. Spreading negative opinions about others. There's an old saying that goes something like this: if you don't have something nice to say, don't say anything at all. There's a lot of wisdom in this phrase. It's so easy to get caught up in gossip and bad-mouthing others, especially when our emotions are running high. But when we spread negativity about others, it can have a serious impact on our own reputation. It's not just about being polite, it's about showing respect and being someone that others can trust. Even if we don't like someone, we never know what they're going through. Everyone has their own battles, and it's important to remember that even the people we disagree with or dislike are human beings with their own struggles and stories. Picture this. You're in the middle of a challenging situation, and you're tempted to let your judgments and frustrations fly. But at that moment, you have the power to change the course of the conversation by choosing empathy over disdain. It takes strength and courage to see beyond your own emotions and try to understand where the other person is coming from. And the rewards are more than just avoiding conflict. When we make the effort to truly understand another person, we build connections, strengthen relationships, and cultivate a deeper sense of compassion. Number 2. Unnecessary goals. Life is full of twists and turns, and sometimes the path we're on no longer aligns with our goals or who we truly are. In these moments, it's important to make deliberate choices and stay true to our authentic selves. This may mean letting go of certain goals or changing course, but that doesn't mean we need to broadcast every decision or change to the world. There's power in keeping some things to ourselves and in trusting our own judgment and intuition without needing the approval of others. So remember, you don't have to share every twist and turn of your journey. Just focus on making choices that are true to you. Seneca's words perfectly encapsulate the importance of staying true to yourself and focusing on what truly matters in life. He said, "It is not that we have little time, but that we lose so much." Too often we get caught up in distractions or in worrying about what others think, and we lose sight of our core values and what we truly want. Instead, we should focus on making choices that are in line with our true selves and prioritize our time and energy accordingly. Letting go of the unnecessary in both our actions and our mindset is crucial to living a fulfilling life. Number 3. Constantly comparing yourself to others. Comparing yourself to others can be an endless and exhausting cycle, like running on a treadmill that never stops. You look at other people's accomplishments and feel like you'll never measure up. You fixate on what you don't have instead of appreciating the things that are yours. This cycle of comparing and competing only leads to self-doubt and dissatisfaction. It robs you of the joy that comes from living your own life on your own terms. Now, what if instead of comparing yourself to others, you celebrated the things that make you unique? What if you looked at your missteps and imperfections not as shortcomings, but as evidence of your individuality? What if you celebrate the small victories and the things that make your journey truly yours? Instead of chasing after the perfectly scripted life that you think we're supposed to live, you could embrace the messy, unpredictable, and beautiful reality of your own life. In the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, "Control your perceptions, direct your actions properly, willingly accept what's outside your control." This quote resonates deeply with the notion of focusing on our own path instead of succumbing to the trap of comparison with others. A beautiful way to think about it is that when you embrace your own journey and find fulfillment on your own terms, you're no longer just playing the game of life by someone else's rules. You're creating your own rules and forging a path that's uniquely yours. Number 4. Mindless use of social media. View your life as a unique narrative filled with rich experiences and personal growth. Social media, on the other hand, serves as a vast repository of others' stories, often highlighting only their best moments. This contrast can breed unfair comparisons and a sense of dissatisfaction with our own lives. To counter this, approach social media with intention, using it for specific purposes like seeking inspiration, connections, or information, and then stepping back into the reality of your own journey. To achieve this, you should create boundaries around your use of it. You can schedule a specific time each day to check your social media accounts, like during a morning coffee break or after work. This allows you to have a clear beginning and end to your time online, rather than letting it bleed into every hour of the day. And before you start scrolling, ask yourself if this is going to be constructive or merely a distraction. By doing this, you can stay mindful and focused on what's truly important. If you find that social media is negatively impacting your mood or self-esteem, it may be time for a break. Taking a break from social media can help you gain perspective on your relationship with it and how it's affecting your well-being. During this break, you can fill your time with enriching activities that connect you to the real world and affirm your worth. Number 5. Explaining yourself to those who cause you pain. When someone you once considered a close friend hurts you, it can be hard to know what to do. It may feel like you need to confront them, get an apology, or make them understand how they hurt you. However, often the best thing you can do is just walk away. Rather than engage in a long, drawn-out conversation or confrontation, simply move on with your life. It's not about getting revenge or making them feel bad. It's about protecting your own peace. You don't owe them a lengthy explanation or a dramatic showdown. Let time reveal the consequences of their actions and focus on taking care of yourself. Everyone deserves to be appreciated for who they are, and stepping away from those who don't appreciate you is a brave choice. It may seem like the easy way out, but in reality, it takes strength and courage to walk away from someone who doesn't respect you. It's not about revenge or getting back at them. It's about making the decision to prioritize your mental health and personal growth. As Marcus Aurelius said, the best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injustice. So rather than dwelling on the past, focus on moving forward and becoming the best version of yourself. Number 6. Oversharing the end of relationships. Whether you're dealing with the end of a friendship or a romantic relationship, it's important to be mindful of the information you share about the situation. Sharing intimate details about your breakup not only invades the privacy of your ex-partner, but it can also create unnecessary drama and gossip. These details don't need to be broadcasted to the world, and in fact, it's much more beneficial to process and reflect on them internally. Journaling, therapy, or simply taking some time to yourself can be more productive and help you move on from the situation in a more positive way. Keeping your thoughts and feelings private in this situation can be difficult, but it's worth it in the long run. Quoting Marcus Aurelius, "You have power over your mind, not an outside event. Realize this, and you will find strength." Marcus Aurelius's words here are so powerful. He's essentially saying that we have the ability to control our thoughts and emotions, regardless of what's going on around us. So even if a relationship has ended in a less than ideal way, you can choose to react in a way that honors your own well-being and the privacy of those involved. Number 7. Raising your voice in front of others. We've all been in situations where our emotions have gotten the best of us. Maybe we were at a meeting and felt frustrated and angry, or we were in a situation where we felt overwhelmed and lost our cool. In those moments, it can be tempting to give in to our emotions and let them take over. But what if instead we took a different approach? What if we responded with calmness and composure, choosing to keep our words and voice steady? This not only shows strength of character, but it also makes those around us feel more comfortable and less likely to react negatively. In other words, it can actually diffuse the anger in the room. Heraclitus was onto something when he said, "To be even-minded is the greatest virtue." It tells us that instead of allowing ourselves to be swept up in the storm of emotions, we can use them to fuel positive action. In a way, it's like turning something negative into something positive, and it's the greatest superpower there is. Number 8. Holding on to unrealistic expectations. We set sail on life's journey with high hopes and expectations, but these can become so inflated that they become unrealistic. Like sailors lured by the siren's song, we can be led to a place of disappointment and disillusionment. The illusion of perfection can blind us to the beauty of our own authentic selves and the true essence of life, with all its messiness and imperfection. The path to casting off these deceptive delusions begins with fierce, unflinching self-honesty. It's a journey of peeling away the layers of expectations and shoulds to reveal our true aspirations. We must recognize the weight these expectations put on us and courageously ask whether they uplift or crush us. This is no fairy tale transformation. It's a gritty, sometimes painful acknowledgement of life's imperfections and our own limitations. It's about setting goals that resonate with your true self, not with who you're told to be. Every step on this journey, no matter how small, is a testament to your resilience and strength. You learn to find beauty not in the destination, but in the journey itself. You shed the weight of unrealistic expectations and allow yourself to be open to the wonder and mystery of life. You learn to navigate the ever-changing tides of your existence with a spirit that is both flexible and brave. You find that letting go of perfection does not diminish your experiences. It amplifies them, allowing you to see the world in all its vibrant colors. Number 9. Gossiping. Often it can feel like engaging in gossip and negativity brings us closer to others, but it's a false sense of connection. Think of the last time you engaged in such a conversation. Did it make you feel good in the end? Or did it erode your integrity, leaving you feeling hollow? Just like seeds, our words have the power to grow beautiful gardens or spread poisonous weeds. If we choose to nurture our conversations with kindness and understanding, we can cultivate a landscape of trust and respect. Indeed, it can be a difficult journey to avoid negative chatter and gossip. There will be moments when it feels almost irresistible. Perhaps you even convince yourself it's justified, but challenge yourself to pause. Imagine the person being gossiped about as someone with their own struggles and triumphs, just like you. Would you want your lowest moments to be the topic of gossip? It's not just about creating a positive environment. It's about acknowledging the humanity you share with others. When you set an example by not engaging in gossips, you aren't just avoiding negative conversations. You're lighting a path for others to find connection through empathy and authenticity. In short, practicing empathy and authenticity in your conversations and relationships can have far-reaching benefits. It can help you build resilience, deepen your relationships, and foster your own personal growth. Number 10. The pursuit of external validation. Imagine yourself on stage, the spotlight is on you, and the audience is watching your every move. You can feel the weight of their expectations and the pressure to meet their standards. It's a suffocating feeling because you're constantly worrying about whether they'll approve of you. Imagine stepping off the stage and into a peaceful, private space. In this space, there's no audience to judge you, only you and your own voice. This shift represents the freedom that comes from living for your own approval, rather than seeking the approval of others. Reflect on moments in your life when you felt truly fulfilled. Most likely these moments were when you were aligned with your own values and beliefs, rather than those of others. From there, begin to incorporate authenticity into your daily life by asking yourself some key questions. Before making a decision, ask yourself, is this something I truly want, or am I doing it to please someone else? So trust your intuition, acknowledge your needs, and work on building self-esteem. Celebrate achievements, learn from mistakes, and value your qualities. Remember, self-acceptance is a journey marked by small yet significant triumphs. Surround yourself with people who encourage you to be your true self. When you're supported by authentic relationships, you'll find it much easier to maintain your own authenticity. By embracing authenticity, you'll be living a life that's true to you, not one that's defined by someone else's standards. Number 11. Perfectionism in our quest for self-improvement. Perfectionism can be a major pitfall on the journey to authenticity. It can lead us to set unrealistic standards, become overly critical of ourselves, and fear making mistakes. But the truth is, our imperfections are what make us human, and they're key to personal growth and fulfillment. When we embrace our imperfections, we allow ourselves to be authentic and real. To break the cycle of perfectionism, start acknowledging your limitations and understanding that making mistakes is how we learn and grow. Another important shift is to aim for excellence rather than perfection. Perfection is an impossible standard, whereas excellence is about putting in your best effort and allowing for learning and growth. So give yourself permission to make mistakes and focus on what you can learn from them. Additionally, be kind to yourself when things don't go as planned. Celebrate your efforts, not just the outcome. Finally, redefine success as the process of growth rather than a flawless result. When we define success this way, we can find fulfillment in every experience. Thank you for watching till the end and for taking the time to listen to these insights. As always, your support is deeply appreciated. Your likes, comments, and subscriptions are the fuel that keeps this channel going. We'll see you next time.